some trips just aren't easy. Seems like on those hard trips there's an unforeseen obstacle at nearly every turn. Weather, trucks, stubborn birds, and the ever-present perfectly placed tree between the camera and a gobbler's red head are just a few of the hards that seem to rear their head during turkey season. But on this go-round, the obstacle started about 3 weeks before with the cancellation of our annual trip to Oklahoma. Took a lot of the wind out of my sails and left me and Jared scrambling through some options to fill those days of hunting. Something like the power, whatever sends the power is surging. They got all that disconnected, and then I guess the torque converter is bad. And our spot in Oklahoma is fantastic, and usually that trip turns into a bloodbath. Willing Rios that gobble constantly and love to get shot at in front of the camera. And quite frankly, Oklahoma is one of those trips where everything seems easy. The weather, the birds, the video footage, they all seem like a piece of cake when you're in Oklahoma. And the funny thing about all those descriptions is I'm not sure I could think of a list that's more directly opposed to how I would describe what it's like to film turkeys of the eastern variety. Maybe it's just been our luck this spring, but we've been working on a streak of tricky easterns, most of them with a master's degree in making sure that even in the final moments of their death, they keep just enough obstacles in the way to make filming nearly impossible. And right on cue, so as not to disappoint, that luck followed true to form on this trip. So with a void in our schedule, Jared and I began reaching out to our contacts, looking for somewhere we'd never been in hopes of punching a tag and watching a gobbler die in a land that neither of us had ever hunted, the low country of South Carolina. Through some friends, both old and new, mostly with ducks being the common denominator, we pieced together a plan. A week in South Carolina with the company of like-minded turkey hunters. And while the birds and the weather and the camera didn't line up just perfectly, the experience of sharing camp with good folks and yelping at hard-gobbling swamp turkeys of South Carolina made for a hell of a rich experience. Old curiosity killed a cat, son. South Carolina, check.
That one started going. Yeah,
I seen the way he came out and he started doing that. Glunk, 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 glunk. I thought, well,
he's
that
the
was
one
a
that got
bad
them all
decision.
killed. The one that come out last, when you started purring, they lost sight of her, and then he come down the side just doing this right
He
here.
was steady. The back one that he shot was steady trying to strut and gobble. He was the one gobbling the whole time. Way out in the middle of the, or on the edge of the field, and we called them. They came right up the edge, came running.
Yeah, I'm gonna show a bigger one than that.
You are?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.